one of these GINETTA G20s for just under 14 grand, second hand slightly cheaper. Entry fees this year, £6,000 for the whole season, that's £300 a race. For me, coming from midget racing, slightly expensive cost to entry, but messing around with all these British F3 and GTs with the crown sizes you get, I think it's quite good value for money. Also, the cars are quite cheap to run. There's not actually much needed to happen with them, with all the sealed components that are on them.
585 is time to beat in that car. Alan Stevenson's second. You're driving on the straight with the trusting there. Yeah, if you need to. Yeah. You might not tell me I have to be looking forward, not backwards. Quite a few cars not to be
sitting in the PH wagon, keeping warm out of the potential snow outside, and just finished the first practice session in the new car. Went pretty well. Need to dial out a little bit of understeer in the car. Qualified about 11th for the practice session, so out of 32 cars, not bad for the first time in it. Just need to work on it and get it ready for qualifying. Brake a bit later, change a few of the lines, but hopefully put it in the top 10 for qualifying. Be great. Just finished qualifying. It was a bit eventful. I was following Russell McCarthy, who's one of the front runners, for a bit, so that was quite good to follow his lines, get going well. It's really quick in the first sector, quick in the last sector, just the middle sector I need to work on. Put myself 11th on the grid, which isn't too bad out of 29 cars, so we're ready for the race. Second, fast lap wasn't as good, so the race on Monday is going to be a 12th on the grid. But let's hope it's all in one piece, so that's all we need to do for the moment. Let's work on getting there for the race.
Side by side, then on the inside line, here and Werner on the outside. He locks up again. He likes to lock him at every corner. Four years down second, here in Burnham down third, 4 years down fourth. Right down the top left, now he sits in the lead, but his margin last time of 2.3 seconds is all but gone. It is now 3 tenths following. Then Jackson goes out of down James now, and
Geez, this racing's a bit close. We managed to finish 7th from a starting point of 11th, which I think's pretty good. Not quite in the top 6, which is where I wanted to aim for, but finishing 7th doesn't really get the full picture. Good start off the line, made up to 9th place with an incident through Cascades, and then coming out the first chicane after the hairpin, decided to accelerate slightly early, knowing how important that corner is, and unfortunately spun the thing right around. Luckily for me, everyone missed, and I dropped to 27th, so a bit between my teeth. 27th place after the first lap. I decided to go for it and just take no prisoners, and managed to fight my way up to 23rd when one of the McCarthy brothers dropped all their oil, took out about 4 cars, but it slowed everyone else down, so I kept the pace up and I managed to fight all the way up to 7th place. So really happy with that, and roll on Monday. We're here with Charlie Kemp from GINETTA Cars. This must be a really exciting time for GINETTA with the G50s and G20s at this meeting.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. We've got 32 cars on the G20 grid, we've got 18 cars on the G50 Cup grid, and we've got 6 cars in British GT4. It's fantastic.
Okay, this G50 behind us, when did you start thinking about designing that car?
This car's basically taken about a year to come from the CAD drawings to customer cars that we see here today.
And how many of these cars have you actually built for this meeting in under a year?
We've got 24 cars in total here, so we've got 18 in the GT Cup, and then we've got 6 in the GT4 category of British GT.
Okay, not many people might not know about the GINETTA car that well, so what's the difference between this G50 and the G20 I'm driving?
The G50 is more of a real GT car. It's obviously got a bit more power, it's got full slicks, it's got a sequential gearbox. It's just that bit bigger and obviously slightly quicker.
51, which is signed in 6th place, is 51. And number 28, here is the first car that had spun off, pointing the wrong way, and the extra cap here is down here by Scott Stringfellow, only this time it was a solo heavy start for that. So, drivers being caught out now by the moisture on the circuit, and there's a spin there by 74 in the middle of this non-speed segment.
Right, we finished the final race and finished 8th place, feeling a little bit despondent about it. Had a little spin just for the crowd, I'd like to say, but it's just me trying to play the settings slightly. Car was understeering quite a lot that go, so I couldn't really get the performance down. So feeling a bit disappointed, but as everyone says, if I came along, I haven't smashed the car up, and I'm finished 8th and 7th in each race. So that's really good. I'd like to thank specifically Ian and Rich, Chassis 33 and Sniff Petrol, who've come down and helped out for the whole weekend, giving up their time, absolutely brilliant. Couldn't have got those positions without them. So massive thanks to them, and thanks to GINETTA for their help with the setting up the car. We're here with Ian, Chassis 33 off the site. He was one of the first to answer the call for the first PH team. How have you found it, Ian?
I found it a very good weekend. Saturday was a very long, cold day. First time I've been to a racetrack and it's been snowing, but there we go. The 3 sessions kept us busy all day. And then Monday has been a lot more relaxed, a bit warmer, very enjoyable.
Have you found working on the GINETTA car that you've amazingly helped out on?
It's been pretty good. A few little tweaks to get through scrutineering. Other than that, it's behaved itself all weekend. We haven't really had to do much except the usual checks.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for helping out
No
the
worries.
team. It's been absolutely brilliant. Cheers, Ian.